Good morning, prince and princesses of Zimmerli, you kings and queens of Socorro. These were the words spoken every morning to the children of the school, and to every school in which he led, as children and staff gathered each morning onto the patio to start their day. We were fortunate. This was our boss, our principal, our mentor, our leader, and blessed that he was also our dad. His philosophy for education was forged through the iron grit of his existence. His mother, Flora, and her words of encouragement, cada cabeza es un mundo, within every mind is a world, and the entrepreneur spirit of his father, Juan. My father said recently, I am ready to go. I have lived a good life and come a long way from that poor little boy from Reservoir Street. Dad was the youngest of 11 children, 8 that survived into adulthood. And I say that because Dad always thought it was important to remember the children, his siblings who had died so young. Everyone mattered, he would say. Every life should count. It is with that compassion that forged him into the man he would become. Nurtured by 5 older sisters that to this day refer to him as my baby brother, Dad lived a life of abundance, filled with riches of love, testing boundaries and dreaming big. He journeyed with dear friends and family, and his big brother Andy by his side. He was a teenager before he would know indoor plumbing and often said, I guess I was poor, but we really never knew it. Throughout his life, he wove stories from his childhood of aunts and uncles long gone, so that we would know them in detail. Baseball games and Easter picnics, matanzas and their importance of bringing family together in celebration of traditions, and the great stories he told of dragons and magic and the tales of his father of a horse of many colors. Family, he said, was the measure of a life well lived. He always knew that we shared our dad. We shared him with cousins who had lost their father too soon, or those who were inspired by his willingness to believe in what if. To them, he was Uncle Frank. We shared him with friends who became our uncles and aunts, who loved us through our struggles and celebrated his successes. We shared him with a community. For them, he was known as Mr. J, to many a term of endearment that would surpass his teaching career. And finally, his most adored title, Grandpa, to 2 generations of grandchildren. Each loved, each treasured, each his prince and princess. Dad always loved the underdog, the fighter, the scrapper. He believed that all a child needed to succeed was for someone to believe that they could. He told stories of how 2 teachers saved him. They took an interest in his success and credits them for becoming a teacher. One who came to his home and spoke to his parents about the importance of him continuing in school and encouraging him to do more. Another requiring him to read poetry at the public library because he was so painfully shy. Perhaps this is why his favorite and most inspirational movies were of teachers and supporters of children. The Dead Poets Society and Cider House Rules wove memories of my dad, in which the teacher relays that his only job is to make his students think and challenge them every day with, what if? Dad's whole life was dedicated to, what if? What if we sold snow to people where there was no snow? What if we canned water and sold it? What if I buy a zebra and a yak? All true stories. What if I married a beautiful red-headed girl named Nancy Lee and began a tremendous life of 54 years of adventures? What if you were made to feel special and wanted and loved? What would you become? What if you were told you were intelligent and compassionate? Would you become that? What if you were told to break all boundaries, to live each day to the fullest? Would you succeed? What if you failed? Would you simply get up and try again? Because out of there lied all the possibilities of what if? We are all here today, woven in Dad's rich story of what if, and his ability to dream. We are those kings and queens, prince and princesses that he believed that we were, each special in our own way, each with our own gifts and stories to tell of a magical place of possibilities. We will take Dad home today to the place of our ancestors' beginnings, the place of Easter picnics and matanzas, to the land where the horse of many color lives, and the juniper trees are the skins of the dragons of long ago, where the cliff is our castle, and where the beginning of What If began. His journey has ended. The storm has subsided for him, and the beauty he fought for and cultivated is the gift he leaves behind. So, Dad, in the words of your favorite poet, we say with our hearts filled with honor and richer for having known you, "O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every rack. The prize we sought is won."